Hi, lovies. Good morning. I was honestly inspired to pop in today and really just talk to you a bit about mindset and really get a sense of if you guys are doing your mindset routines regularly or if you have a mindset routine or really see the value in doing mindset work. Um, excuse me. So that is really the purpose of today's talk. Um, and I really just wanted to have this conversation because oftentimes um, I think that, I'm going to see the biggest results for my business by really um, hustling and like doing work and work. And that's how things get done. And that's for me very much comes from my like corporate background and working in startup as well. And it's just like you're always in hustle mode, you're always in go mode. And what I've really discovered for myself in starting my own business is that I see, honestly, some of the best results when I'm really in the feminine, in the, let me relax and not be so focused on, all the things I need to get done and really just sit down in silence and in stillness and close my eyes and say, okay, really listen into what I should be doing that day and what needs to happen for me and my business that day. Um, and so I really wanted to pop in because um, having a daily routine or a daily time set aside for yourself where you're really um, whether it's meditating or reading or just doing something that calms your brain and has you feeling great and bringing in some new ways of being and thinking for your business has made a huge difference for me. And to give you a little sense of my morning routine, and it's changed a little bit, but um, I have a abundance manifester um, tape, or so to speak, or meditation that I listened to. And I had listened to it every day for a little over a month, and then I stopped and listened to something else, and now I'm back to it. But essentially, I find some sort of guided meditation, and I listen to that for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, depending on which um, mindset routine or mindset meditation I'd like to listen to. And so I start there, really just to be like calm and be with myself. And then I take the time to read. Right now, I read a chapter out of Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So that's a book that I really love reading in the morning. I also will flip between, right now I'm reading Codependent No More. And I'll also, look at the science of getting rich. So it really kind of depends on the day, but I'll look at anywhere from like 1 to 3 books and really just read a chapter. In these books, a chapter, not all of them for most of them, but a chapter is like 2 or 3 pages, so it's not a crazy amount of reading. And then I just journal and I'll get out any thoughts I have, and then I will write down my I believe statements. So that's just a gist of some of the things that I do. It's not always in that order. For example, this morning, I started with my guided meditation, and about 4 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? Like, I am not there yet. I need to journal right now because my head is in a space where I just need to get stuff out. And so I'll just journal and write whatever's on my mind and just get it out so that I can focus and calm myself during a meditation. So I really just say, for you, it's a practice of figuring out what's going to work for you, what you enjoy doing, but calming your mind and really just being at a state and starting your day where you can just go, okay, like how do I want to feel today? How do I feel today? If I want to feel like joyous and happy and excited and I'm not there yet, what would make the difference for me in terms of getting from the state I'm in now to that state? And it could be journaling and getting things out that, are really on your mind. It could be writing down all the negative things that you're thinking and then writing a corresponding positive thought next to it and then reading that positive thought over and over and over again until you really feel it. It could be thinking about a memory that makes you really happy. I really just like to make sure that I start my days in a state of really being positive and really being, connected with what I'm intending to do for my business, for the day, for my life, and really just making sure that I'm in a state that's like, whew, okay, I can do this. I'm in a joyous, happy state, because on those days where I'm not, it just like, it doesn't work. I can tell you that now. It just, anything I do doesn't work, but my mood doesn't work. And so I really believe in having some sort of mindset routine and some sort of practice. There are a ton of different ways to do mindset. It could be a guided meditation, as I mentioned before. You could purely just read out of books that make a difference for you. It could be sometimes you just need to dance it out, so you can dance out music, dance it out to music before you start journaling or something like that. It could be reading affirmations. There are really like a ton of ways to do mindset routines. And I'd love to just have you guys, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, just jot down some of the things that you love doing from a mindset perspective, because I'm sure if it helps you, there's a good chance that it'll help someone else. And the other thing that I like to do is, in the middle of the day, there are definitely moments where, I get off track, or I'm like not in the same state that I was when I started the day. And that's okay. I really just, I catch myself. And so yesterday I went for a 2-mile walk, and I listened honestly to a recording of a group program that I'm in, and really just listening to what's made the difference in the businesses of other women who are either a little bit further along than where I am, or a little behind where I am, or right where I am. It just kind of helps to constantly see that like everybody has a challenge or something they're dealing with, no matter how who they are or how far along in their business they are. There's always something there. So just to be able to have moments in your day where you're able to take some deep breaths, maybe go for a walk, do whatever it takes for you to really go, okay, I've got this, I can do this, and then get back to it. I think that makes a huge difference. And historically for me, as I mentioned before, I in corporate would just hustle and go and do, and I never took breaks. I never said, how am I feeling today? What is the importance of how I feel, and how does my, state of being impact my business? And so I really just like to not only, as I mentioned, have a mindset routine, but have different activities I can do throughout the day when I catch myself kind of losing that sense of ease and joy and fun around everything that I'm doing. Because for those of us that are either working full-time in your own business, or even when you're doing it on the side, if you're not having fun doing it, then like something is missing, because it really should be fun. It should be work, but it should be fun. And so whenever you're just like, ooh, can't do it right now, or not in the right space, it's okay to pause for a second and really do what works for you to get into the right mindset and get into the right state to be able to continuously do what you do and add value to other people's lives. And I just really would encourage you guys to figure out what works for you, and to really like try it on, and have every day be a day where you're like, I'm going to continuously like make sure that I am in the state that I want to be in, emotionally, physically, happily, like whatever works for you, but just making sure that you're like, okay, let me check in with myself. Where am I at, and where do I want to be? And taking the time each day to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. I really know that it could be easy to lose sight of the importance of mindset. And so just for any of you guys that either have not been practicing a mindset routine, kind of lost track of yours, or those of you that practice regularly, I really just want to encourage you to take on continuously doing some sort of routine that brings you to a state of joy and happiness. So that is it for today. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.